Electric dipole. Electric dipole simply means two charges equal and opposite, but they must be at a certain distance. For example, we are having two charges here. See, it's minus q and plus q. The system would be known as a dipole. Only condition is they must be having a separation. Suppose they are in contact, it's no more a dipole. So, when we consider dipole, one more precaution has to be taken, that we normally take the length of the dipole as 2a, 2l. Why? Why always even multiple? Simply because almost in all the relations concerned with dipole, we need half of the length of the dipole, and that's going to be a. If we consider the total length 2a, that's the only region we are considering the total length 2a. The dipole is defined always in terms of dipole moment. Remember, complete name would be electric dipole moment. It's a vector quantity. It's represented by letter small p. That's the product of q and the length of the dipole. If you consider it as a vector, then we'll consider this from left to right. Here in this diagram, that is from negative to positive. So, it's better to remember that dipole moment is a vector having the direction always from minus to plus charge inside. It hardly matters whether it is left or right. Suppose it was plus here and minus this side, then it's going to be from right to left in that case. Now, once we decide that dipole is a vector, obviously, whenever we'll consider two dipoles, for example, I'll draw the diagram here. It's a one dipole and the other one, another dipole. The two dipoles have been geometrically arranged this way that the angle between them is theta. In that case, you want to find the resultant dipole moment. So, when the dipoles are arranged this way, means that geometrical arrangement, in that case, you want to find the total dipole moment of the system. For that, we have to combine the two dipole moments, that is the two vectors, by the vector method. And we know when two vectors are arranged this way, the resultant is going to be obtained by this relation. That's the way how we calculate the resultant dipole moment. It's very simple. When both are parallel, we'll simply combine them. In that case, the resultant is going to be P1 plus P2. And suppose they are in opposite direction, obviously the resultant is going to be the difference of the two, especially the bigger one minus the smaller one. These are the ways to find the net dipole moment. We also know if three vectors form a triangle in cyclic order, their resultant is 0. Here, since we have already established that dipole is a vector, now if there are three vectors and they are forming a triangle in cyclic order this way, the resultant dipole moment is going to be 0 there. Then dipole moment is normally measured in the unit Coulomb meter. That's quite big one. And you know, all the atoms by nature or by some special circumstances, they can be made like dipole. Then in that case, we have to measure the dipole moment there also, but the value is so small that we have to use or prefer one very small unit of dipole moment. This is 3.33 into 10 to the power minus 33 Coulomb meter, a very small unit based on the name of a scientist, Davy. And now we'll cover one by one all the properties, special properties of dipole that we'll study at length in following lectures, but right now one by one let's just have a glance of these properties. It's measured, strength of the dipole is always measured by dipole moment. It's a unit I told you. Whenever there is dipole, it will create the electric field around it, and the field obviously will be stronger near the charges. And as you go away from the charges, maybe minus or plus, but when you go away from the charges, obviously the field will decrease. Whenever you put a dipole in electric field, it will be having some electropotential energy depending on the location and the arrangement of the dipole. When the dipole is placed in electric field will always be responsible for producing a torque on the dipole. The dipole moment always gives the behavior of dipole. By its dipole moment, we can know how the dipole is going to interact with the external field. Dipole is vector, we have to remember throughout. The two equal and opposite charges will cancel each other, so you could easily say that total charge of the dipole is 0, but since they are not at the same position, means geometrically they are far apart. So they certainly produce the field, and that field is not going to cancel each other.